Hi everyone, how you doing? Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna go over this really quickly. I was at the Dollar Tree and I was so happy that I was able to find a setting spray. I was on the hunt for a setting spray for a very long time that had no alcohol, fragrance, or essential oils. If you know me or you've been watching some of the videos that I post, all of my skincare ingredients, they contain no alcohol, no fragrance, or essential oils. It's very important to me because that keeps my skin healthy and it doesn't dry out my skin. Nonetheless, I've been on the hunt looking for a setting spray, and I just happened to find this one at the Dollar Tree, which is called the L.A Colors setting spray. I got it in travel size, but you can also order it on Walmart for like $2.98. So what I propose to do right now, I am going to do a wear test, and in order for me to do that, I have to do like a basic makeup routine. I'm not doing anything too serious, just a basic makeup routine. So if that sounds good to you, and just keep watching. So as I said, I'm going to showcase this. The first thing that I'm going to do, I kind of have everything laid out that way. If you can see right here, I'm in my bathroom. I kind of have everything laid out. So this could be a quick video, and this is literally like, hopefully it can be quick, but it's just my basic foundation. It's not much stuff. So the first thing I'm going to start off is with this L.A Luminous Putty Primer. And I take my brush, and I don't put it on like, I'll show you. I take my brush, I hit my cheeks, my forehead. I stamp it in 4 places. And I like this primer because it gives you a little glow underneath your makeup, like a little highlight, which I love so much. Mostly when I wear this primer, I mostly focus it on the cheek area because it is super, it literally, like, I don't even, if I wanted to, I like to go for like a look that has like a glow from within type look. And when I focus this and concentrate it to my high points, that's exactly what it gives me underneath my makeup. So I don't have to necessarily put highlighter on top of my makeup, if that makes sense. So as you can see, that's the primer, and you see that glow that's there. And so I am a little bit generous, like I said, on the cheek area, and that's just so that I can get that glow from within. Speaking of within, I am also going to go on with my blush. I don't normally do this, but I'm doing this for the purpose of this video so I can have some sort of content. But I usually don't put too much blush on, but I am going to put just a smidge bit on the cheek area. And I also am going to take the same brush, and I'm just going to pat that in my skin. Okay. Once I have that patted in to my liking, which I think this is sufficient enough. It doesn't need to be super super bright because, like I said, I'm just showcasing the setting spray. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to take this damp beauty blender, well, not a beauty blender, this damp sponge, and I have this Mary Kay translucent powder. I'm going to dip it into this sponge, the sponge into the powder, and I'm going to set my face with the powder. So I'm going to basically set that the highlight and stuff with this brush, excuse me, with this blend. Well, I'm so sorry guys, please forgive me. With this what is this thing called? A sponge. Because I'm trying to make sure this setting spray is a setting spray that's going to give me transfer proof. I want the makeup that I wear to be transfer proof. And I'll show you the foundation in a few seconds. I'm just going to use this regular blush just to sweep it all over the face. I'm trying to make my makeup set. I'm trying to make my makeup, when I do wear it, transfer proof, because I don't really like that the certain foundation that I use, unfortunately, it can transfer and substantially. So that's why I'm trying to see. And so I'm going to go in with the setting spray. It comes in this small little travel size, but like I said, they have a larger one on Walmart. This one I got from the Dollar Tree. And this is my first impressions. There's no smell. I'm just going to spray. My face. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. Oof. All right, I got a little bit in my eye and it burns a little bit. Ooh, okay, I don't recommend you getting it in your eye. I'm just gonna blend this in with the beauty blender or with the sponge. Okay, so yeah, be careful with it getting in your eye. You don't want to get this in your eye. But yeah, it doesn't have denatured alcohol in it. And most setting sprays that are transfer proof that work really well. Now I know my face is looking crazy right now. Like I can see it. It looks really crazy. But the foundation is going to cover everything up. So I'm not too worried about that. I'm just going to let this dry down. But as I was saying, most setting sprays that do contain alcohol, that is the reason why the setting sprays work so well, because it has alcohol in it. And that alcohol is very drying to your skin. And it adheres to your makeup really well, which in hence prevents the makeup from, transferring and keeping the makeup staying in place for a while. But the problem is that denatured alcohol or any alcohol, not fatty alcohols, but a denatured alcohol, it is volatile on your skin. So that means that it could lead to transepidermal water losses when you lose water from your skin, and it can dry out your skin. And so that's why I avoid those products. I avoid alcohol in my skincare products. So this setting spray, as an alternative, they have used PVP. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I know it's a poly something. It's a poly something polymer. It's a polymer basically, and the polymer is what is used as an alternative to set the spray, to set your makeup in place. Now, what is a polymer? A polymer is what they put in like what do you call these things? Hairspray. They don't just put it in hairspray, but they put it just it's something to cause like a film to be over your face. Like, so that's what it did essentially. So anyways, now that that is in, I'm gonna go in first with this concealer, this Tarte concealer. I don't know which, this is in shade 53N Deep. Just going to do it on these points right here, just to cover up just a little bit my dark circles, which are not bad. I love them, so I'm not hiding them, but just to do like a little look. So excuse me while I blend this in, just to give me some highlight. I'm using this, again, damp sponge. And the good thing is that because I have the spray on the sponge, that may even cause the concealer to stay a little bit better as well. So as you can see, that's just me blending in the concealer. Nothing super fancy. It does look a little tiny bit. Oh, Lord have mercy. Almost knocked my foundation over. All right, sorry. So the foundation I'm going in, which is my favorite foundation so far, is perfect for all skin types. But what I like about it the most is that it's very cost effective. I love the shade match, and I also love the fact that it can be built up. And the ingredients list is fantastic. It's a small ingredients list, which I love as well. So it's a great, I don't feel guilty about putting on makeup that's going to destroy my skin. I don't wear makeup frequently, but because of this, I'm happy to put this on because the small ingredients list, anyhow, when I do wear it. But in any event, I am going to take this foundation. This is the NYX Total Drop Pro foundation in the shade Mocha. And I'm just going to go in with 3 drops. One on my forehead, one on my cheek, and one on the other cheek. This is going to be for sheer to medium coverage, and I'm just going to stifle that in, and that will cover up all of the white stuff from the translucent powder mixing. Okay, like I said, this foundation is very lightweight. It dries down to like a demi matte is what the bottle says. And what I like about it is just the fact that it's just very buildable. It's light coverage. I usually try to go for no makeup look anyhow. So I love the fact that this doesn't weigh my skin down or make me feel like I'm wearing too much foundation. if that makes sense. Full coverage, not disrespecting anybody who loves full coverage, but for me personally, my preference is like sheer to medium. I prefer like a medium coverage just to make my skin a little bit even, you know, especially during the summertime when I have like different my skin the changes because of the tans and everything. So it just works for me. So now that that is in, okay, it looks pretty. I like it, which is great. What I am gonna do, I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna take my brush this time because and I'm just gonna dip it in this this translucent powder by Mary Kay again, and I'm just gonna stipple this on my face, like, you know, just, I know I might be overdoing it a little, just a little bit, but like I said, I'm really trying my best to make this makeup transfer proof. So I'm trying to see if the setting spray can give me that effect, and if it can, then I will definitely be repurchasing this. And I would be proud too, because like I said, it's a safe product as far as it not containing any drying alcohols, fragrance, or essential oils. So unfortunately, I do look a little bit white right now, which is okay, but I'm not gonna sweat it. I am gonna put on just a little bit of lipstick just so I don't look so bare, because I am looking a little bit bare right now because I just have foundation just to add some color to my face. So this is that same thing that I used as blush. Okay, just so that I don't look so bare. And I also am going to take, excuse me, a little bit of this Milani blush in the shade Sunrise Passionate. I like this blush because it's like shimmery, and I only need very little bit of it, and I use it sometimes on my eyelid too, and that's it. You don't really need much of it, but like I said, I'm just putting it on just to add a little bit of color to my face. So you see how it looks right now. It looks kind of white, but that's okay. Hopefully it doesn't look too white in the camera. But I'm gonna try to set it. I'm gonna take that setting spray again, if I know where I put it at. Excuse me. Where did I put it at? Excuse me for 1 second. Where did you go, setting spray? Oh, okay. Sorry. So I got the setting spray again. This time I'm gonna close my eyes, so and I'm gonna spray it. Okay. Being sure to get every area. Now I'm gonna say this setting spray, it says that you're supposed to spray it 12 to, I believe it says 12 to 18 inches or 16 inches away from your face. So if that makes you feel comfortable, then by all means do that. So I am noticing that my face is looking a little bit like watery. As you can see, not only watery, but it looks almost as though like the makeup is kind of, what is that word? I'm so sorry, guys. It almost looks like the makeup is kind of like running, but I think it only looks like that because it's wet. So let's let it dry and see what it looks like afterwards, okay? Hopefully it looks good. But like I said, this is not how I normally do my makeup. I'm just, for the purpose of this video, normally I would just go in with foundation, the L.A Putty primer as my highlight, and eyeshadow, like very, very minimal, very basic, and very simple. And I would just facial mist, regular facial mist, and that works perfectly fine, and it still does work. But like I said, the only issue is just the fact that it's not transfer proof, and I've been going back and forth to places that require me to wear a mask, and because of that, I've been, you know, experiencing transfer on the mask, and I didn't like that. So that's what kind of curved my interest at the Dollar Tree when I saw it, because otherwise I would have given up my search on looking for a N.A.F. safe, meaning no alcohol, essential oils or fragrance. I would have given up looking up for that because it was so difficult to find one that was effective. Not because some of them, they do have facial mist and makeup setting sprays that are not, I'm sorry it's taking so long, that they have so many of them that are free of all of those ingredients, but the problem is that they're not effective. And I don't want to buy something that's not effective. I need it to actually work. I don't want to just have a setting spray and it won't, keep my makeup in place and it won't transfer. So this is why I kind of would have given up my search, because it was so difficult. The only one that I know that is people rave about is Urban Decay and Charlotte Tilbury. And Urban Decay is definitely full of alcohol, and Charlotte Tilbury has fragrance in it, which is a very light fragrance. But I tried using a facial mist one time, and long story short, it had fragrance in it, and like 2 days later I broke out. So that's why I have to be very careful with fragrance. All right, so it's not 110% dry, but let me just bring you guys in closer so you can see what my makeup looks like. Okay, it's very simple. We didn't do much. But you can see the highlight from within, what I was talking about, which I love. Okay, and you could also see the little bit of blush, which is fine. But this is what the skin looks like, okay? Now, this is, again, sheer medium to sheer coverage. So it's not much. I'm sheer to medium, so it's not much on here. I'm just doing this for the purpose of testing out the setting spray. So we're going to see if it's transfer proof. I got a piece of tissue right here, and we're just going to pat it into the areas that are dry, because this video is getting quite long. So let's just pat it in and see what we have, okay? So I'm patting it into this cheek. Look at you guys. There's nothing on there. Wow, there's nothing on there. Okay, now I did pat on my lip in this area, which is not dry and a little bit transferred, okay? So that's okay. But let me just stick to the dry areas that I know are dry, okay? I know that this is dry. The eyelid, maybe not so much, but this area is dry. Look at that. Okay, the chin is not dry. I hit the chin again. I'm sorry. Let me try to avoid that again. I'm going to just grab a quick piece of paper one more time. I'm going to grab it again. Okay, this is amazing, guys. I'm so happy. Okay, so let's try it on the dry areas, which is the cheek. That's still a little bit wet in the forehead. So again, cheek, okay, patting it, and a little bit of the forehead, okay. And look at you guys. I swear, I'm not even making this up. Nothing, like completely transfer proof. So this is getting an A from me for now. Thank God. I'm so excited about that, because I've really been looking for a good setting spray. So for now, I'm giving it an A because it works. It is effective. But I have to see, I have to do a wear test. This is not a wear test. This is just literally me in my bathroom at 1 o'clock in the morning saying, I want to try it now because I'm up now. Let's record a video. But I know that if, I'm just so excited to know that it actually works. So I am going to do a wear test, like a real wear test, not today because I have to get all of this off my face, but on a day when I do actually wear makeup out, I will do a wear test. And when I do that wear test, I will definitely be sure to update you guys and let you know if this is a definite buy. At this moment, like I said, I think it's a great purchase for anyone who is looking for a setting spray that is free of the alcohol, the fragrance, and the essential oils. I did look this up on the EWG rating, and it did give it a rating of a 3, which is moderate, which is not moderate. Yeah, it's like medium. It's not bad. It was talking about the phenoxyethanol, which is an ingredient, is a preservative, and they were talking about the methylparaben. There is a paraben in here. I don't know how you all feel about parabens, but according to Dr. Vanita Ratton, parabens are one of the safest, I forgot what you call it, safest preservatives that should be in skincare. So I'm not afraid of parabens at the moment. And so it was a paraben in there, but it was, if you read in the EYG, it says that it's perfectly fine, like it's low, the risk factor for it. And then it also was talking about the propylene glycol. Those are the only 3 ingredients that it mentioned that is why it scored that way. Everything else was an A+. It has niacinamide in it. It has aloe vera in it. It has, I think those are the only 2 active ingredients. But for the most part, it is working. I mean, Let me see if this is true. It does take a long time to dry down. Like, you will need a fan. I'm not gonna lie, you will need a fan. You don't necessarily need one. I mean, if you don't have it, if you're not in a huge rush, but if you are in a rush, a fan will definitely help. I also think that it worked really well with the powder. So I think that the method that I used today, which is a method that I never used before, I think that will be really, really beneficial to you all if you were to try to use this method. Powder, spray, your primer, powder, spray, foundation, powder, spray, like double thingy. And I think that that will work. Anyhow, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I really would appreciate it so much, because I really like to know that people like what I'm posting. And even if you don't like it, still like it, that way that people can see it, and maybe somebody else might like it. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I certainly will update you all on the wear test when I do it. And I really hope you guys have a beautiful, blessed day. Thanks for staying up with me at 1 o'clock in the morning. And whatever time it is, the day that you do get to watch this, I'm up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.